Welcome back to Bibliophiles Audio Files. This is your host, Lydia, and I'm joined, as always, by my beautiful, amazing, gorgeous, darling of a co-host, Alyssa.
Hey.
Today we are doing O in our ABC challenge. So we're doing On Her Behalf by Christine Roberts, which is we met this wonderful, beautiful, amazing woman of an author at Summiton 2023. And we're just
Mhm.
now getting around to her book. So we can tell her next week when we're there that we actually did an episode on her book finally.
Yeah.
We're just a little bit behind on the schedule, but it's fine. It's fine.
Girl, we should have been done with the thing 7 times over by now.
Oh my gosh, I know. Like, we're doing so bad. So, the description is as follows. CIA agent Sarah Greer is on a mission to track down her identical twin sister. Kidnapped by terrorists following a botched military operation, her sister, Army Sergeant Sam Greer, needs her. To find her, Sarah needs help. It comes in the form of an arrogant, foul-mouthed, sexually insatiable, and impossibly delicious-looking Sergeant Jake Morgan, nicknamed Tex by his group of fellow elite U.S. Army Special Forces operators he serves with in a unit known as the Heathen Brotherhood. Operating together under the guise of newlyweds on their honeymoon, Sarah and Tex follow clues to Turkey and find themselves entangled in a dangerous plot. Their only means of escape out of the country requires them to be legally married, a situation neither expected to be in for real. But while playing house as part of their cover, the attraction that has been bubbling under the surface boils over and blurs the lines between lust and love. Has Sarah accidentally stumbled upon happily ever after with this man, or is she being played and putting her heart and her life on the line? When Sarah receives an unexpected phone call with a new clue that could lead her to Sam, she seeks help from a mysterious ally, unraveling a twisted web of secrets. Everything she thought she knew is about to be turned upside down, and trust and loyalty are put to the ultimate test as worlds collide. With lives hanging in the balance and the Heathen Brotherhood's future at stake, Tex and Sarah will confront what it means to be a hero and will be forced to decide if the price is worth it in the end. Okay, I didn't write down any trigger warnings, and there's not any trigger warnings on the website or on Storygraph.
I think that's because I'm pretty sure, and don't quote me on this, I might have been the one to add it onto Storygraph.
Maybe.
I think I
Uh,
was. But that's probably why. The other thing too is in terms of ratings on Storygraph, there are only two, and they're yours and mine, I'm pretty sure. So,
there's no trigger warnings online, so I guess I'm gonna go out on a limb and say like military,
kidnapping.
kidnapping, violence, pregnancy?
I don't think so.
I think
Sexual
so.
content,
Sexual content.
maybe PTSD or something like that.
Yeah, like dead fiance. Anyways, what are your reviews, ma'am?
Oh, so there's not really that many reviews. So I only have, well, like I said, with Storygraph, it's only
Mhm.
yours and mine. So I didn't feel like it was fair to put our rating in, only because it's only ours and we're going to be talking about ours anyway. So I skipped
Mhm.
Storygraph because the other thing too with that is that there's no ratings on there otherwise. So can't do anything there. But I have Goodreads, which the average rating on there is a 4.75. And I was only able to get one actual written review. So that written review says, and it's a 5 star. Excellent read. Tex and Sarah are the perfect pair. I'm glad Tex got his own book. This book keeps you on your toes at all times. Once you read one book in the series, you want more. This is the perfect ending to the series, but it makes me sad there won't be any more books about the Heathen brothers. And then on Amazon, the average rating is a 4.7 out of 5. And I have two 5 star ratings because there was nothing below that with actual substance. So this first 5 star says Christine Roberts writes another tale full of adventure. Readers like myself will not be disappointed as we follow Sergeant Jake Tex Morgan and CIA agent Sarah Greer on this head spinning adventure to find Sarah's sister Sam. Twists and surprises in this novel will leave you wondering what's in Roberts' coffee. I really enjoyed On Her Behalf, and it is another great piece from Roberts. Once again, Christine Roberts takes the readers on a wild, lifelike ride. Wish I could give it more than 5 stars. Cannot wait for more adventures from Roberts in 2022. And then the other 5 star says, in the final outing of this series, Robert scores a touchdown. This book has everything. There were moments that I wanted to put it down because it was so intense, but I couldn't bear to. The ending is perfect with a snippet into all the other series characters in the series in the future. That sentence doesn't make sense. Clearly, you don't write. Uh, these characters stay with you long after you are done reading this. This is the best one yet. I read it all in one sitting. I could not put it down. Take a chance, read it today. And that's it.
Right now. Right
Right now,
now. I
no
forgot to
later.
mention that this is not on Spotify, but it is on Kindle Unlimited. If you don't have Kindle Unlimited, the digital on Amazon is $4.99.
Mm. Uh,
James.
James.
There's some spoilers coming up, sweetie. You better cover your ears.
My first note is actually a highlight. Um,
Oh.
it's from page 20. I don't know why I wrote down the page, but I did. So anyone who wants to go to page 20 on her behalf, this is what you have to look forward to. I don't promise love or happily ever after, just the chance to be possessed by the great Texas semen demon. What a lovely man.
Demon.
No, that was, I mean, that is a word for word quote because I remember looking back and forth between my Kindle and my book, like, is that really what it says? So I could write it down.
Wow. Mm. I love that. I have that for a couple other books where it was just like funny and I had to write it down,
Yeah.
quote wise. I have to
Yeah.
go back and look for them though, because when you listen to it in the car,
Yes.
you have
On the
to like,
car.
yeah, on it. I'm laying on top of the car as I'm driving it,
I
you
know
know?
personally, when I'm listening to an audiobook, I gotta lay on top of the roof.
Yeah,
That's the only way I can focus.
exactly. But yeah, that's a good quote. Mine, first note,
Yes.
actually says, honestly, I was kind of bored in the beginning.
It was a really slow start. Like I remember that because I like same with like the pirate stuff. I don't like the pirate jargon, I think is what they call it. And even coming from a military family, I understand most of what was said, and it's still boring to me. Like I hear enough about the military when I have family from out of town visit because like that's all they want to talk about. And so like just listening to the jargon was getting really like just annoying to me. And like I mean I get that like she went into really good detail and like I'm not knocking that because like a lot of readers want really good detail, but I don't care. No, that's bad. I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say I don't care about the military. I don't care about the military jargon because like I
Right.
hear it all the time.
Well, my thing was like I felt like there was a lot of unnecessary details added to some things, and but at the same time, even though there was like a lot of unnecessary detail, it was also rushed at the same time.
It did
So
feel a little bit rushed,
the
yeah.
flow of it was kind of weird, I guess, because of that. Because it was
Yeah.
like, here's like this is exactly what I'm wearing today, and it's a green shirt, but it also has like black threading and blah 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 blah. And
Yeah.
then they, jumped off a cliff or something like that. Like it was, I don't know. It's a really bad
Becoming like
example, but like it was just like I don't need to know.
hurried.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
I don't
And it's
know.
like it goes from like a detail that doesn't really matter to this is a huge event that's happening right now. And it's just
Yeah.
kind of like mind-boggling.
Mind you, also we read this back in like beginning of the year, and it's like October, so
Oh my gosh, yeah, when did I read this one? I read this one May 14th is when I finished it. And it's
I read it in like
October
April.
2nd.
I read it in
Did you?
April, so
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so today's currently October 2nd. So in like 10 days we'll be seeing Miss Roberts again. And we told her a year ago
we were
that
gonna
we
be
would
doing
read
this.
this. I feel so bad. We're gonna have to email her and be like, we're sorry.
Well, I mean, it's not as bad as that one guy because his book starts with the letter U, and we're using it for his challenge.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about that. At
So
least
yeah.
I can't believe we're just now on O. Like we're doing so bad
Well, our whole
schedule
plan was
wise.
to do like 2 every single week. Like we should have been done by like April.
Yeah. Oh
And
my
then that didn't
goodness.
happen. So it's
Oops.
okay. I hated the nickname Puss.
Oh my gosh, I did too. That was just like, ugh,
N-
man.
no.
It
And
literally
then
that gave me the ick.
the other thing too is like one of my notes, and this is really funny. I wrote that the name Puss kind of reminds me of an inside joke, and I don't even remember what the inside joke was.
Do you know who it was with? Was it with
I'm
me?
pretty sure it was you,
Oh, I have
maybe.
no idea. I have no idea. I'm gonna be
It might have
honest.
been with my boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Let's get him on here. We should do that. We should get him to read a book. He doesn't
Yeah.
read.
Yeah.
Okay, so they were stuck in Turkey, right? She was kidnapped and sold in like sex trafficking and was
Yeah.
in like the back of a 18-wheeler, I'm assuming. He tracked her down and killed the guys with a truck full of women. He had to get her out of the country, but she was like passed out or something. And so
Yeah.
he had like she didn't have a passport and like he's like, I gotta get her out of the country because they're gonna try to take her back. And so he was like, let's get married. So he married an unconscious woman and took her into like back to the States, I'm assuming, and like like
Yeah.
trying to smuggle her out. But
And then she was
um
pissed off about that.
yeah,
Like
she was really mad.
he for real saved her life, and then she has the audacity to be like, I'm mad at you.
I don't want to get married. And we're like, it was either that or go back into sex trafficking. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, I put in parentheses she was sleepy because
She was sleepy.
I guess being kidnapped and sold into sex trafficking would make one kind of tired. So
Maybe a little bit, but you know what? It wasn't tired enough because after like, she comes to and
oh,
they're doing
oh.
stuff, uh she hanky pankies.
Yeah, yeah. My next note is they were like, well, we're married, so guess we have to live together. Darn.
But like the thing is too is like after getting saved by him and then like, they're wherever the hell they went to,
Yeah.
she's got like bruised and broken ribs and then they're like, you know what?
Smash.
Exactly. And I'm like, I couldn't no, there's no way.
Girl, no, like you wouldn't be able to breathe, much less have an
Exactly.
orgasm, you know?
I mean, good
No,
for
like
her, but
honestly, that's literally what I was about to say. I'm like, but that may be what she needed to
maybe.
like major pain style. You may take your mind off the pain.
Maybe it's a magic wand.
It could have been. It does sound pretty magical. I mean, he is the Texas Seaman Demon after all. No, that like literally that quote just kept like coming back in my mind this entire book. It was so funny to me. So
So
with his
in
house being super decorated, did you think that he had a girlfriend?
I thought about it.
I did too.
'Cause I mean, I was gonna say, what man has a room that's decorated, but I can't say that because my boyfriend's room is very decorated. But that's just how he is. Like he has like seasonal decorations that he puts up. Like for
Really?
spring, he's got like whole like flower garland that he puts up around his room. And then
Oh,
for fall, he has like leaves and stuff, and it goes around,
oh
and then
my
Christmas comes
goodness.
around and it's like a Christmassy
This
garland
is
and stuff.
yeah. Oh my
Like
gosh, that's so cute.
it is so cute. And I'm like, listen, I love that, but expect when we move in together and stuff, that's gonna be the whole house.
It's gonna be multiplied. Like
Yeah. Like it's just not gonna be limited to this room. It's gonna be everywhere.
literally I decorate the house and my husband's like, why? It's not even October yet because I did decorate
Mm.
like late September. And then he's like, it's not even October yet. Why do you have pumpkins in the house? I'm like, because it's fall.
It needs to look homey.
I know it does. It makes it like look like Hobby Lobby threw up in here.
I
But
have
oh,
like
have you seen
only
these yet?
I
Where
did. They're
those?
cute.
Yeah.
I have like three little pumpkins, a ghost, a sign that says pumpkin spice season, and then another sign. But that's it. And I'm like, I need some more.
Any more? I feel like I need more too.
But I don't have room for more. I'm gonna skip ahead, I think, because that's where my note goes. And they introduced Nora.
That's my next note too. So
Oh,
yeah, go ahead.
and
Continue.
like he wants to be Nora's daddy.
I know because he thinks that Nora is Sarah's daughter.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
still, they're so sweet.
That was really funny to me. How he was like, this is obviously her child because it looks like her. And then I'm like, did you forget she's a twin? Like the whole reason you're there is for her twin sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
Like,
like, that's why it looks like her. But yeah, no, it was really funny to me. But man, he was like ready to wife her up for that little girl.
yeah, he says, here's a ring. Here, look. Here.
Yep,
Meh.
yep. He was like, you have a kid? Put a ring on it, put a ring on it. Okay, my next note is actually a quote about that.
Oh,
A blonde cherub living on Earth, ready to convey some great message to his soul. He was helpless not to listen. No, he was helpless not to hear it. My bad. The content was simple, love in its purest, simplest form. There were no demands, no expectations, no qualifiers, just affection, trust, and commitment. And that about made me cry.
well, it was. It was so
It's like that
sweet.
that
I
was
was just
really
like,
sweet.
oh, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it was
Them
like he felt it
fatherly
all
instincts.
in one glance, in a heartbeat of time. And I'm just like, the Texas Seaman Demon actually has a heart.
My next note's an ick.
Ooh, which one?
Pumping in and out of her sheath. Yeah, that's kind of the face I made. I was kind of like, oh,
Oh,
why are we calling it a sheath?
Miss Roberts, I'm really sorry because most of the time when we send these episodes to authors, they actually listen, and I'm really sorry about what I'm about to say. But a sheath?
Yeah.
A sheath? Really? That's the best we could do? I mean, that's not as bad as like her slick cavern. It's like it's
Yeah,
not
that's
that bad.
exactly what I was thinking. I'm like, it's not as bad as Cavern.
It's not as bad as cavern. It's not that bad. But if I read that one of her books, I'm sorry. But I'm not offering her duct tape at the next time it's in book. No, I'm just kidding. My next thing is actually another quote. I really like the quotes in this book for some reason because like they really did hit home for me. Not this next one. This next one's an ick actually. I also have an
Oh.
ick,
Oh.
but no, but all the quotes where he was thinking about how much he loved her and then how much he loved Samantha's daughter, like Nora, that made me like want to cry almost, like just happy tears. It was so sweet. But not this one. This one I actually wrote down the page number again. Look at
Hmm.
me being consistent. Women were for pleasure, mostly his, although he did his best to be sure they got a little something out of it before he finished and left. And I wrote stand up guy, honest. I mean, at least he's just being real, you know?
Oh, don't you love the brutal honesty?
I know. Well, that was when he was like, I don't have feelings for her. She's just a good lay, you know, stuff like that, because men do that.
Yeah.
But sorry, I read ahead sometimes in my notes and then I see
Yeah.
something else that I wrote and I'm just like, what is wrong with me? My gosh.
Uh, the one thing I feel like the only thing I'm doing is like on this book.
I know, like it was a really good book. It's
It
just
was
like I
good.
guess it was really good. Like I rated it really high. I'm not gonna lie. I loved it. And I have not gotten around because this is number 4 out of the series, but like they're all standalones. But I haven't gotten around to reading the other ones, but I really want to, even though I don't really like military-based books. I think I think my only problem against military-based books is that every Hallmark Christmas movie has something to do with the military, and I can't stand that. Like military
Um,
homecomings and like people getting back from deployment, those videos make me cry, especially if it's kids involved. Oh my gosh, I sob like a baby. But when it's a Hallmark movie,
yeah.
I guess it's just military romance together. I think that's the ick for me because I just do not like military romance together. I have a lot of triggering stuff with the military though. I'm not gonna lie.
Well, my thing with this book though is that like the whole first part of the book is very action packed and it feels more like
Yes.
an action book than it
Yeah.
does romance. And
Yeah.
then like as you keep going through the book, it turns into a romance book. And I love that. Like either way, I really liked both aspects of it. I just
Yeah.
wish it came together a little bit more. Like I wish it was a little more action all the way through or a little more romance towards the beginning, you know? Well, I
Mhm.
mean, it doesn't make sense with the way the storyline is, but you know what I mean? I wish it was blended a little bit
Yes.
better.
Blended. That's exactly the word I was thinking of. I'm like, it's just because it's like this and this are kind of like shoved together and they're not really like intermingled, I guess would
Yeah.
also be another word for it. So it was kind of like an abrupt change from like Marvel to Colleen Hoover.
Yeah.
But I mean, still, either way, the writing was really good. I don't know if she has any military background herself, but the military aspect was very well written. The military is just like triggering to me because of a bunch of bad stuff that has happened to me and people that I know in the military. Um, I'm not, I'm not, what's a good word? That's not the S word. I'm not crapping on the military, pretty much. But no, I really did enjoy the romance aspect more of the book, which is kind of surprising to me because like a year ago, I wasn't even reading romance, or 2 years
Yeah.
ago, and now I'm like, I gotta have the romance in it now.
Right.
You've ruined me.
What's funny is like I'm starting to become the opposite.
Really?
Like
I
I
wonder
love
if it's because
romance,
you've
but
read it.
like I read a lot.
Yeah, I was gonna say you've read a lot of romance. I've been on a, bit of a thriller kick
Mm.
myself lately. Like I've just really been enjoying um here recently. Like I just finished The Radium Girls, and that is like I don't know. I was gonna say that's like the first biography type book, but I we did read Mitch Albom.
Oh, Tuesdays with Morrie.
Tuesdays with Morrie.
We've also read like
But
other biographies too.
her dead fiance is back. He loves someone else though, so it's fine, I guess, because he's screwing his assistant. Um,
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
he's like literally screwing his assistant on a table. Quite well,
Yeah.
quite well, I might say. And And Tex walks in and he's just like he's just like, no.
Avert my eyes.
Ever tries. Well, he was kind of like feeling threatened by him, like the
Yes.
dead ex-fiance, whatever you want to call him. And then he saw that and he was just like, oh, yeah, this is fine. And then they had sex like 3 times. Tex and Sarah did. And
Yeah.
her dead fiance is back. He loves someone else, though it's fine. No, he loves someone else though, so it's fine, I guess. And then my next note is, dang, they had sex in her supposedly dead ex-fiance's house 3 times. That's awkward.
Was one of those times in the shower?
Yes. No. They had sex a few times in the shower in this book. I'm not gonna lie.
Kind of hot.
I
Too dangerous though.
Oh my gosh. I wish it was like the book wrote it, but it's not. Not for me anyway.
Not for me either.
I love reading about shower scenes because to me it's just like I don't have anything to compare that to. It's the coolest thing since sliced bread, pretty much. And then I'm allergic to bread though, so that's why it doesn't work for me.
That's a newfound thing that we haven't talked about yet.
What, me having so many food allergies?
You being allergic to bread.
I know, that's so sad.
What was I
Man,
gonna
that
say?
honestly, being allergic to wheat takes out like half of my white person diet. I
That's
can't have
sad.
crackers, I can't have bread, I can't have noodles. Like, what am I supposed to eat? I'm gonna starve.
You're supposed to just do photosynthesis.
Oh, like SpongeBob.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
but I loved the smut in this book. It was really good.
It was. I'll I'll,
I don't I don't
I'll give
remember
her that.
which
It was kind of hot.
it was very I think honestly I think that's kind of why I gave it such a high rating is
Because the smut
because
was just really good.
it was really good. It was realistic. It
Yeah.
wasn't like
Aside from
crazy.
the whole bruised and broken rib thing.
Okay, that we're not gonna talk about that. No, literally. It seemed like realistic people doing realistic stuff in the bedroom, and it wasn't like crazy stuff like 50 Shades of Grey or A
His
Court of Thorns
10
and
inch.
Roses.
Oops.
His 10 inch, and I'm just like,
Where's that going?
where's it going? Like, if I wanted to scratch my throat, I believe I'd go the other way. But you,
Yeah, right. Mine's like towards like the end. So do you have anything before
um,
the end?
ex-fiance has been secretly helping her find criminals for years because she's in the CIA and she would like mysteriously get these leads t-
From
from a random person. Like it was literally like just like an email, like a random email or like a phone call from a burner phone and like
she
stuff
was
like that.
like, I trust this man with my life.
Yeah, and she's like, I trust this man with my life. And then she gets there and it's her ex-fiance and then she was like, oh, that tracks.
That tracks.
That tracks. No, apparently he's been helping her for years,
Mm-hmm.
help her find criminals, and so now he's like, I'm gonna help you find your sister, Sam. And so he did that while everyone was just having intercourse in his house. So that
Which,
was
you
pretty
know,
nice.
it's kind of sweet.
It really was sweet. Like I thought the smut was really good. It was really spicy, but Tex, even though he calls himself the Texas Semen Demon, he was
Mhm.
actually really attentive. So
Yeah, I started to really like him towards the end.
I did too. Yeah. Now, like the review where it said that they're sad there's not going to be any more, I feel bad because I'm like, I can read another one, which is she does have 3 others in the series. So we should
So
definitely get on that.
we should. We have
We
a lot
should.
of other books that we gotta finish first, but we
I
should.
know. We should go back. Yeah, these aren't on Spotify, but they are on Kindle. And so like you can get Alexa to read it to you. For any listeners that don't know about that, you can download the Alexa app and then you can go to Music and More, scroll down until you get to your Kindle library. And you can just it'll be in the voice of Alexa, which is some people hate that, but I don't mind.
I
She
don't
does mess up
either.
certain words.
Yeah, like instead of, you know, kitty cat, it's pussy.
I know it's so bad. Oh, I have 2 more notes. The last note is literally just finishing thoughts, so it's not
Oh,
really a note.
so then you have one. Okay, let me. Fake killing Sam was really, really smart.
It was. That was really smart.
And also Ian and Lottie taking in Nora was so precious.
Hmm.
I was like, oh, that's so sweet.
I know.
They deserved it.
They really did. And like I really love the fact that they decided to like stay married and to
Mhm.
try to work through it.
Me too.
Says they decided to work on communication and that they wanted like a family together, like kids and like a life
Hmm.
together.
I
And
love
so I
that.
thought that was really, really sweet. Yeah.
And then the last note before my final thoughts is that I felt like the ending was dragged out a little bit too much.
Really?
Like,
Because I wanted more.
no, for me, like, I don't know. Like, when you get to like certain books, not get to certain books, but you read certain books and like it gets to the ending and then it's
Mhm.
like, okay, the book's pretty much like over now. Can we like,
Yeah.
and then it's still like there's like 3 or 4 chapters left.
Yeah.
Like that's where my mind was at towards the end of the book. Like don't get me wrong,
Yeah.
loved it, loved the end of the book and stuff like that. But like I thought the ending was perfect. But
Mhm.
I don't know, for me
Did
it
it seem
felt
kind
like
of long to you?
just a little too long.
I wanted like is it like the epilogue at the beginning or the end of the book?
Epilogues at the end.
The end, yeah. I was hoping for one of those where it would be like a few years in the future and they would like
Yeah.
settle down with kids, like white picket fence and all that. Which is I believe she does have a bonus chapter somewhere. Like I may be blowing smoke up everybody's heinies, but I could have sworn there was something about like an extra chapter somewhere on her website. So I'll have to look into that because I really would love to see like how these characters are now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like how we had with like Icebreaker.
Yes. Yeah, like I love epilogues so much.
I love epilogues when they're like that because it's just like I want to know where we're at.
Yeah. Like take me like 5 to 10 years down the road. Tell me what we're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought the suspense was good. The relationship was like rocky at first, but it ended up being perfect. And the book was well written. Like I didn't see sometimes I like make notes on Kindle if there's like a typo or something because you can
Hmm.
like send a report to tell them because I feel like I'm doing my part for humanity when I do
By
that.
fixing people's mistakes.
Yeah, yeah. And I'm beginning to understand that that's a problem that I have is I want to fix people's mistakes. But I should look in the mirror. No, I can't wait to see her again. Was
Uh,
she at um
she was at Montgomery.
Scotland? Okay, she was. That I love how you knew my question.
Yeah,
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure she was there because I thought I saw the sign, but yeah, I just wanted to ask. So we did see her recently,
we
and we will
did.
see her again very soon.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see everybody.
I am too, especially Bob.
Ah, Bob.
I feel like we talk about Bob and Carla like so much.
Well, like they were like the kindest people like I've ever met in my entire life.
They really were. Yeah, because like we're new to this and to
Yeah.
like events. And so like we went and they kind of like took us under their wing a little bit, especially Carla. And just like I love running up to her and giving her a hug when I see her. So
Well, I think the other thing too is like with the two of them, like we've actually like met them in person. Whereas
multiple
the
times, yeah.
other 3 interviews that we've done, we've never met these people before, like in person.
Oh,
Although Keith,
could you imagine meeting Avery Flynn though? Oh,
I would fangirl so hard.
oh my gosh. And what was the
No?
Katrina? Yes. I can't remember her last name, but Katrina, yeah, her.
By
Man,
the
I would
way,
love to meet her
she
too.
listens to like pretty much every episode, so hey girl.
A girl, hey, how are you? I hope the baby's doing good. She's probably had the
Um,
baby by now, right?
this month.
This, oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
I'm so excited for her. She's gonna hate it. No, I'm just kidding. No, motherhood's great. It's just exhausting.
Motherhood's great. I
It's
hope
great. My 3-year-old's favorite thing to say to me right now is no, I won't. And I kind of want to slap her upside the head sometimes, but like you can't do that.
no.
No. So I look at her, I take a deep breath, and I'm like, don't do that. And then she
I could
was
tell.
like, I will. Yeah. She's so mean to me right now, dude. Like, I honestly want to
She
cry as a
really
3-year-old.
is. I was at her house yesterday and she was so mean. Like she was
No.
literally just like,
She's like that all the time right now. And I'm like, can you please be nice to me? Like, I came home after a really bad day at work, and then she's just like, get away from me. And I'm like, oh. Lord, I still love her though. No, kids are great. So
Kids are great.
good luck with
He's
that.
just a little bit of a turd.
She is very much so a turd, actually. So
What's your rating
good
and
luck with
file?
that, Trina. 4 out of 5 stars. What's yours?
I gave it a 3 out of 5. I feel bad, but
Jail. Jail.
yeah, arrest me.
Oh.
Now, for me, like it was a good book. I thought it was a very solid read, but there was just like
Mhm.
those things, like I mentioned in my like notes,
Like little
that
X that kind of brought it down.
not like icks, but like just things that I think could have been better that I probably would have caused me to enjoy the book just a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely. No, I really liked it. Like it was very like at first it was kind of like bachelor, I'm gonna do what I can to get my wick wet kind of deal. And
My
then
wick.
I'm sorry, that's just like I'm trying not to say ugly words because that's more editing.
Yeah, yeah.
Anyways, no, it really turned into like just a wholesome family, like happily ever after book towards
I
the
like
end, and I
that.
absolutely loved that. Yeah, love the happy
I did
ending.
like that.
It brought me a lot of joy, and like I'm pretty sure I cried at the end of this one. I'm
You
like
know me, I don't
99% sure I cried.
you know me, I don't get sad like that.
I'm just a big old baby.
Just a baby.
I'm just a baby. No, like I love like the heartfelt, especially like family oriented values. That gets me the feels every time.
Well,
Got any finishing notes?
my buzz comments. Enjoyed the story.
Mhm,
Need better balance.
mhm,
Felt like stuff was dragged just a little bit. But I said the
mhm.
smut was really good.
It was really good. I think if anyone can take anything from this episode, it's that um
Horny.
horny. Yeah,
Yeah.
we're horny toads at this point. No, so I think it would be, I mean, it did have a lot of military in it, which again is a no for me. Thank you, but no thank you.
Thank you,
Um,
next.
thank you, Dex. No, I really enjoyed her writing. It was very thorough. It did seem a little bit rushed at parts, but again, she fit a lot into this book. I mean, she fit military, she fit missing sister, twin sisters, and
That's
then love
true.
interest, and then like marriage by force or whatever you want to call that one. Um,
Uh,
there's a certain word for that.
it's not arranged marriage.
Not arranged marriage. Marriage of convenience. It was a marriage of
Yeah, yeah,
convenience. That's what it
yeah.
was. Yeah, so she fit a lot in here. And so
She
it was really
did.
good that she
That's yeah,
did.
she did.
Because like that's awesome. That's we're definitely gonna read the other ones. But no, I gave it a 4 out of 5.
What are your buzzwords? Unless you said them
I
already.
didn't really I kind of already did because really I just put happily ever after and then family values because it's like the things that stuck out to me the most. And
Hmm.
I'm gonna add smut.
Smut?
Smut, yeah. Horny toads again, you know. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. That's all I got. You got anything else?
Nope.
Okay. Well, we are super duper excited because we will be at Summerton and like we're already planning. Like we took off work and we're like gonna spend the night at my house, get up early and go. And like I'm taking that Friday and Saturday off because I'm like I'm just gonna spend the whole day getting ready. So
Mhm.
I'm really excited. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
this is
October
this
12th.
is my time to start getting ready.
Yeah,
We
we're
got some
both.
stuff.
I know we're both working on things to bring to Summerton, and it's October 12th. Rain or shine from 9 to 4.
Yes.
Yeah, 9 to 4. Mystery, history, smut. Oh my!
Mm.
I love saying that. It's just so fun. Yeah, so it'll be rain or shine at the Summerton, like the main street in Summerton. But if you need like an address to get there, you can look up the Summerton
Oh my goodness.
1366 Main Street.
Do you think we're gonna see our favorite crackhead?
I forgot about him. Oh my
Oh my
gosh, that would
gosh.
be so cool.
That was like the one thing we couldn't stop talking about.
I know. Like there's just a reoccurring crackhead through the whole event. Just kept walking around and like talking to police officers. That was so funny. So the address is 1366 Main Street, Summerton, Alabama, 35148. And it is October 12th from 9 to 4. We are really excited. We have a booth and we were displayed on their page. They posted about us because they're going through
Oh,
posting all the authors. So we got a like little shout out there. So if you're coming from that, welcome. We're stupid. We're
yeah.
glad you're here.
just a little bit.
Yeah, man, we have bought so much stuff this year preparing for Summiton. We're so excited. But if
Yeah.
you need to email us and reach out to us, we can be reached at Gmail at biblioaudiopod@gmail.com.
Yep. And
Always
our
feel like that's wrong.
Instagram, if you want to follow us or if you want to send us a DM through there, is at Biblio Audio Podcast. And we also have a website, which ever since they posted about us, I keep getting like notifications that people are coming to the website.
People are going to the
So
website.
people are going to the
Oh,
website. So
oh my
cool.
goodness.
The website's biblioaudiopod.com, and there's stuff on there. We're gonna try to update some more stuff on there. I think that's what I'm gonna spend some of my day today doing, aside from other things. But yeah, that's that.
Yay.
I don't think there's anything else.
I think that's it. So, yeah, I guess we'll see you guys next time.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.